get justice or not. And we also have the instance that I just gave earlier.
They toss around to even the person who accused. And sometimes, again, the accuser is the one who actually gets the entire blame. So from based on your experience, who actually gets much of the pain when such accusations go public?
Okay, so I think that it depends on the circumstances. It depends on the given situation. It's not just general.
Okay.
So, for example, sometimes a rape victim comes forward and says, oh, I was raped, and blah, blah, blah. Somebody says, you were raped and you set up camera, and you're telling us you were raped. What did you wear to the place? What did you look like that day? Is it this way you're looking? If you're looking this way, there's no way you will not be raped. So it all depends. But sometimes, there was a story that was trending some times ago. I think it was on TikTok. A young lady that came forward and said that she was raped. And then came again and said she was not raped. And so sometimes it just depends. Now, so imagine that there was a name that was probably named.
At the end of the
That person will have been nailed. And then, and that's what we do oftentimes. People do not wait. So they don't understand that by our constitution, by our 1999 constitution particularly, it is, everybody is deemed guilty. Is deemed not guilty until the court says so. But we don't wait. The moment somebody comes forward, it's either we are blaming the person that set up the camera, asking, why did you set up the camera? So you set up camera, you were raped too. You're not setting up, you can't be raped and set up camera. And then some people will come under the comment section. It's always men. They're always saying men did it. But it's not a gender war. Why don't we subject that claim to police investigation? And then I just also want to say that beyond setting up cameras, do the needful. If you truly want justice, you can't get justice by coming on social. Maybe sometimes the pressure of social media allows for institutions to investigate and look into matters. So much so, just like the case of this lady on TikTok. But the best, if you truly want justice, walk into the police station, reports, let it be documented, and let police investigate. When they investigate and they are sure that, oh, this has happened, then the accused person can be charged to court.
Well, we've seen cases where people actually go to the police station. People do this, and at the end of the day, their voice is not heard. And they believe that the only place that their voice will be heard is the social media. And you're still telling that person the same message.
While I agree with you that social media sometimes assists in, and that's why I mentioned it earlier, sometimes it put pressure, it mounts pressure on the institutions that be, and then they go out to, because people are calling us out, let us do this one. Sometimes we've had instances by the work we do where people have reported at the police station and rape, and you know, and then sometimes while the victim is narrating the story, they start to blame them at the police station. It happens, and then such person is embarrassed. They just feels like, let me just go to my house. Or sometimes, the issue of, and so that's the reason people come to social media. Let's not shy away from the fact that, again, I will say it over and over, our justice system is slow, especially our criminal justice system. And so it makes people feel dragged. Sometimes you go to court and then you get an adjournment. Another day, court is not sitting. Another day, my lord has gone on a conference. Another day, just different reasons, different legitimate reasons. But then, what I would always say, and I say this every time, if there is an accident by the express road, I wouldn't, because of that, not apply the express road another time. I will still go there. So that is what it should look like for anyone seeking justice. You do not back out because, so sometimes the people that give us issues are the low-rank officers.
Okay.
Okay.
Why
And the low-rank officers, you know, sometimes when you give little power, it intoxicates. Let's not lie to ourselves. So, probably an SSC older or whatever older, and then I get, I'm holding gun. That's like sort of power. So if I tell you to sit down normally, you may not even respond. But with a gun, with a fully loaded gun, you don't even know if it's loaded. But I am holding a gun. That's a way it allows you to just comport and then sit down. If I say sit down, you will sit down. And so that's what it looks like for them. I'm wearing the uniform. So, you know, I would say it over and over. It's the low rank that gives us issues. And sometimes we often, so let me give an instance. My niece called me last week. She's a student of Osun State University. She had a fight with hostel mate.
Okay.
One of the parents of the girl she had a fight with, it's a police officer. So they brought police van to arrest 100-level students for fighting. So I just said to myself. So I was called around past 5. We were on our way from Ogumosho. We had a program in Ogumosho. So we were on our way from Ogumosho, and the dad called me to say that, oh, she's been arrested. Arrested for what? So let me speak to her. I don't want to believe what you are saying is the reason.
Okay.
And she was writing an exam that week. So I just requested, please get me the phone number of the IPO, that's the investigative police officer.
Yeah.
Let me talk to the person. So I picked the phone. Of course, wanting to intimidate the police officer a bit, introduced myself. My name is Mercy Abudu. I'm a lawyer practicing in Ibadan, and I'm the vice chairperson of FIDA. When you're the vice president of chairperson, I said, Oga, I've not even told you the reason I am calling. I'm just introducing myself. And then he said, let him go and let him give the phone to his senior. And then he ended the call. I called again. And this time around, he said, let me put the call on speaker. My guy is here. You cannot be intimidating me. So I started all over again because your guy is there. I introduced myself again like I did earlier. And the man started narrating, your niece, that your client. I said, not my client too. This one is my niece. I said, when she's not your niece, she should be fighting. So I said, they're 100-level students. It's normal for them to have issues. What I expect you to do is to probably settle and then help them understand that you're in school to learn, not to fight. The man then said, the mother of the girl is angry, and this call where they make cannot settle the issue. That I'm going to arrest your niece. So they detained her a day before, but released her because she said she has exams. And so they told her that before our exams on Thursday and Friday, she should come on Wednesday because she's not writing any exam on Wednesday. She should come by 10 o'clock. So I said, she's writing an exam. It's her first time of writing exams in school. Please, can you allow her focus? Yes, she had a fight. I have cautioned her that you're not in school to fight and all of those. I say it's easy. If not you go agree. I say it won't get to the police station because it's a simple civil action. So it won't get to the police station. We'll probably just settle. You don't fight again, this, and that. And then the man said, I am going to arrest her. And there is nothing you will do. So I said, I dare you to arrest her.
Okay.
So he said, Madam, wait till you talk. I said, I dare you. He said, will you come from Ibadan? I said, I don't need to come. All I need to do is write. And that your uniform, you may be joking with it the next time. They didn't arrest her. She came back to Ibadan after her exam on Saturday. I already just said, I dare you.
Wow. And that settled it.
And that settled it. Wow. And so she was not arrested again. She finished her exam in peace. You know, I had the name of the IP. I was going to write the commissioner of police, copy that station. I just said to myself, maybe they are not arresting her again. There's no need.
Let's just let it go. Okay, no, we'll still continue with the conversation, but we have to go on this break. It's still the mid-morning show.
Breaking news. The home is under attack, but not for long, because Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Jetty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
No green. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
You're welcome back, and it's still the mid-morning show on BCOS television, and we are talking on when accusations go public. And that quote says, it is better that 10 guilty persons escape than that one innocent suffer. What do you think about this quote, ma'am?
Okay. I do not believe that 10 guilty persons should be roaming the streets. Although I understand from the perspective of than one person that is not guilty should suffer. We've had instances where people have been wrongly accused of not doing anything, and then they've lost their job, lost their reputation. And it's interesting how that when we accuse somebody, either the person is guilty or not. It travels very far. But when the truth comes out, it doesn't even travel 1%. People are not sharing the truth. They don't want to. People, and then we have this culture of people loving to share bad news. Very quick to share that something has happened to somebody. But the moment the truth comes out, nobody is sharing anymore. And then the damage that would have been done to that individual. We've had instances where people have lied. We've had instances where, you know, we're going to the police. We've gone to the police, they are assisting us. And I must say that kudos to the gender desk of our Iagonku police station. They are always we're always calling them, and they are always assisting us. And the legal departments, they are always assisting us. And then one of those days we'll have probably pulled the stunt, and you know, we just figured that this person is just enjoying the stunt. Nothing happened. It was just lies. And you know, sometimes there is a way. It helps you reevaluate the fact that we've had instances where people have reported. They've been arrested. In the course of their arrest and writing the statement, and then police asking one or two questions, you figure that it was all lies. Person probably offended me one time, and now, you know, I've heard about FIDA, the fight for women, so let me just go there. Then you realize that you cooked this like, how did you? And then there is no age limit to cooking lies anyway. There is no age limit. You will see adult cooking lies. And then, so there was one instance I remember very well. I will never forget. I wasn't even an ESCO. I was not an ESCO with FIDA. I was just a member of FIDA. And my then chairperson, Mrs. Princess Olushola Suleiman, had called me to say that, Mercy, there's this matter, blah, blah, blah. I want you to quickly help us look into it. It was on the way to Orogun police station. So when I got there, I'm from FIDA, you say, okay. So they got the man arrested. The daughter had lied to say that the step son of the father had molested her. Of course, the man is now married to, not with the mother anymore. Had a daughter, had a son rather, before the marriage, and she claimed that the guy had molested her, that she's always injecting her with substance, that she had told the father. And the father seems to be more comfortable with his wife than, you know, addressing the situation. The mother lives in Abuja, and so she called the mother, and the mother came in from Abuja. You know, we were called from Abuja to say this. You will be surprised. Kill it. She was not picking anything. It was the mother that put substance in that injection. They had both cooked up the story.
Wow.
And you know, this matter got us to the commissioner of police. That our voice was very high. This one will use you as scapegoat. Injection on a girl that is not even up to 18. It was a lie.
Okay, so why do you think basically, because there's this notion now that whenever an accusation comes out, the male figure, they are always the victim.
Yeah.
Because we've seen instances of rape allegations online that later comes out that, okay, this person is even not, I don't even know this person. And they'll be like, okay, she lied against me and all sorts. But when the story is out, people tend to believe so far it's a male figure.
He's
He's
the
definitely the victim.
Now, I think one of the major reasons is because if you count 10 ladies, somebody has been molested as a child and it was never addressed. So the moment one person comes out to say that I was molested, we will join voice to this one.
Okay,
my
now.
own time, I could not fight it. I am going to join. We
Yeah.
will fight for this girl. But sometimes the person you are fighting for is lying.
Wow.
That is not to say that there are people, and that's the reason, you see, all of these accusations going public, social media, jungle justice. No matter how fast you want to tell me it is, and how compelling it does to the institutions, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it because you leave out the part of investigation. And it's at the point of police investigating that you get to find out some things. I am not saying that some person's cases have not been messed up, but is it and for us to just say you are the scapegoat and then we throw stones, throw everything, their job, their reputation is damaged. And then the news of this thing not being true, we're not, even when they say do newspaper publication, how many people will sit down to read that newspaper?
Okay, so would you say rather that definitely there's gender inequality in the space of men are not, because we've seen instances whereby men are raped too.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Our Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act allows us to say...
We've seen cases whereby men are raped too, but they don't have the voice to come out and say, oh, I was being raped. Because once it comes out, people feel like, you are joking, Jerry. But when it comes to a female figure, people tend to take it more seriously. So where do you think basically we got it wrong?
Okay, so I always say something when it comes to issue of rape, sexual related issues. Don't put gender. Don't make it a gender thing. How are we making it gender whatever related? See, okay, so yesterday I sat down with somebody and we're having a conversation and the person said, you know, sometimes when it favors people, they will say, I'm voting for this person because the person is a Christian. When it doesn't favor religion, I'm voting for this person because the person is my tribe person. When it doesn't favor the tribe person, I'm voting for this person because this person is my gender. You know, all of that. Let's not bring it into sexual related offenses. Address the offense. As per they said this person did this thing. Don't come to social media to start dragging anybody. Reports. See, and this is it. Until people get prosecuted for peddling lies against whichever gender, male or female. And I say these things too. When you realize that they lied against you and then they say sorry and you go like that, why? I'm a Christian too, but sometimes, I'm a Christian, but then I say something. See, this forgive people, and sometimes the way you help people to be better people is by them going through the correctional center. You know, when you pay, honestly, when you pay, and that's the case
for telling lies.
when you pay for telling lies, and I was reading a judgment about 5 months ago. It was Dr. Lumide Babalola that had filed this suit. It was against this actress. I'm trying to remember her name, Adunia Ade, where they were peddling she dated Dino Melaya and all of those. And then she sued. And then she got cost charges. See, when you start, that's accountability, and that's where we just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Don't let it go.
Well, you know, at a point where we have seen it on social media and the person apologizes. So what's the legal action that anyone can take?
You can file for defamation.
That's the right word I've been.
Defamation, yes. Because why do you defame an individual? It might take a while before you will get judgment. Sit with it. Let that person be one lesson out of the other. People will not do it again. Have you seen people publishing anything about Dunia after that judgment?
No.
Nobody dares. And that is it. You help us to have a sane society when you do not say what. Accept the apology, to be honest. When they apologize to you,
we can accept the apology.
Accept the apology and prosecute. Accept the apology and
hashtag. And say the person refused to accept the apology, you know, they will even use the social media as a mob.
Add them to the charge. They will learn. See, until we start to... Okay, so that Adriana Ade's case, the media house was sued. The owner of the media house was sued. But this time, not for defamation. It was for digital privacy.
Oh, we have that
and
as
it was,
well.
yes. And this is bringing in right to privacy under our constitution. And so it was not for defamation, it was for right to privacy. This is protecting my private life. Either I dated the person or not, it's none of your business. Why is it on the public space? What do we want to do with such news? And so until you accept it, like I said, accept the apology. There's no need keeping grudges. It makes you older than your age. Don't keep grudges. Accept the apology, but go after them. When you go after them, we'll have less of them in our society. And that's why you will see that in saner crimes, people mind what they say. You do not just talk anyhow because you risk lawsuits. And so those ones, they don't care how long it takes. They will sit there. Because you will get compensation. I think she was awarded 20 million in damages.
Wow.
So when you do that, and then they go and sell their life and sell whatever to pay you your 20 million, they will tell somebody, well, you come and use my life as a lesson. They will not have the strength to. So until we start going after these people, accept the apology, but go after them. When you do that, you help us to have a sane climb.
Wow. So now that you are telling us to... you know what I say? The social media is such a space where a whole lot of things happen. And we've seen so many people still do that.
And do for yourself. This is not under the law, but if you have to leave the social media space to get what you want, because sometimes, you know, as easy as these things are said, go after them and all of those, there's a way people consistently say something and it's damaging. If you... And that's the reason we have block on social media now. We have block. See, my WhatsApp, I turned off notification. I come to WhatsApp when I want to. The only notification of any social media app on my phone that is up is LinkedIn, because that's like the only sane place for me. And, you know, we have all of these Twitter guys, now X, and if you have to leave that platform, leave that platform. And when you now get judgment and it's in your favor, now go back there and display it.
Okay.
You know, at that time, everybody is now trying to be careful. They've awarded 20 million in each people. But we just have 1,000 persons being accused falsely. People will keep doing it. Wow. The only thing that will happen is, for the person that has gone to court, your space is secured. Your space is secured in the sense that they know that there is already one judgment. This person will do the same thing if I do that again. So only that person's space is secured. I will not go and write anything about this person or say anything about this person. I don't want to risk being sued. I don't want to risk paying fine and all of those. But if we have out of 1,000 persons, we have 500 people going to court, people will watch what they say. You will not just talk randomly because you think that you can talk.
But are there ways that the social media platforms can try to ensure that some maybe form of accusations can be filtered at some point? Because a lot of people believe that even the social media is even pushing, they have a way of pushing creating insights even for such posts for it to go viral.
So, we have the Cybercrimes Act in Nigeria. But then again, people's nude pictures circulating, and you will see people click that news more than they will click any other good news. And you will see so many views and likes. Even for, I've seen instances where secondary excursion and all of those. And you will see so many views. What is interesting about the view? I don't understand. But then again, I think we have a section under that cyber.
Because of the... Some people will say,
That maybe.
Abi,
Maybe.
You understand? Don't you think that's one of the factors that's actually affecting?
I think number one is stigma. We care so much first was because she said that. I saw one police officer here. The wife used to talk so much in the neighborhood. If this thing goes out, the wife would tell everybody in our neighborhood. They will know.
Oh.
The people already know.
People know
Sometimes
already.
you need to just allow the shame.
To shame
Just
the
so
shame.
that you make a scapegoat out of these people. The stigma, majorly for me, is the stigma. You see people asking, is there a way we can go to court and they will know? And they will
There's
not.
no how.
It's court, it's a public space. Not for exact name, we may use XYZ or sue through the next friend or the guardian, which is the parent. So that's when the child is protected. But if it's an adult, we put your name there, if you don't mind. But already it has gone public. So I don't understand the shame you are trying to cover. Just go all out and fight these things. And that's how, so if we keep, and that's the difference between us and the other people on the other side. They don't care about the shame, whatever, but it's not because they are not effective. But are people willing to come out to say that? There's a colleague that some people bullied on social media. She wrote something, and then they bullied her because she was supporting a particular candidate that has to do with politics, and they bullied her so much, and she came after them.
Whoa.
I'm trying not to mention her name. She came after them. She came after them badly. And, you know, the moment they were picked up, they were arrested. And, you know, they started reaching out to her to beg her.
Whoa.
And she said,
After
and then
that.
she came up online to do a video to say that she's not going to take apology. She's accepting the apology, but she's coming after them because she needs to teach them a lesson that there's so much. And so she feels that like about 20 people are coming after her, but she knows two. Those two, she will use them as scapegoats for the rest of the thing.
Wow.
And she did that.
I think we all need to take that bold step of accountability, like you said. And it's very, very important. Of course, the conversation will continue after this break. It's still the Mid-Morning Show. Welcome back. And of course, we're talking about when accusations go public. And I do hope you've been enjoying the conversation so far. Because we have Miss Mercy Abodu, who will be giving us some interesting insights. And of course, before we went on that break, there's this quote anyway. Let's first talk about the quote. It's that the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but they are incomplete. That's by Chinamanda Ngozi Adichie. Do you agree to this? Okay.
That's because we say that sometimes girls, women are victims of rape. We don't often come out to say that men are victims of rape.
Thank you.
It happens. And I think that's one of what we should learn to do. And I think that would bring us to raising children and schools. Let's encourage. It's not a gender war. It's not a gender. We should not just say that a woman should say her side. A woman should say the side of the story, and a man should also say their side of the story.
Nobody should be silent.
Nobody should be silent.
But I feel when people come to say they are both sides of the story now, there's still a way people tend to feel like, oh, there's still injustice. There's this case of Babash Jesha now that happened, I think, 2021. Now he's out of prison, and He's
Still, even bringing out a song
in the music
that
video
he didn't do it.
He didn't do it. So
Okay,
what do you have to say on that?
So on Baba Ijesha's case, I followed it up anyway. I followed it up. And I must say that when courts give judgment, before we get to the courts, there must have been investigation carried out.
Yes.
It was represented in court by lawyers. And, you know, court will not just nail an individual. It is by the evidence before the court. And so I believe that it was sentenced because he was found guilty.
So whatever he's doing now...
Whatever he's doing now is probably medicine after death.
I think
honestly, I tried to listen to the song.
I did.
And I'm like...
I did just get the song.
I'm not getting you. You had... See, it's a different thing if you did not have representation. Even if you did not have, court will provide you one. I've been in court and court will say that, counsel, please, this person does not have a representative. Kindly appear for this person. And then you get on the matter. But he got lawyers. In fact, one of the days his matter came up at the Court of Appeal in Lagos, unfortunately, I was in that court. So it's not as though he didn't get representation. He did. And so I believe that whatever he's doing now is medicine after death. You are guilty, you are guilty. If you were not found guilty, court will not say that.
But I still believe strongly that there's this, in quote, war against men.
Okay, so I always say something. I've heard men say that. People are always saying, women, come out for women. Now, let me give you an instance. For example, if I'm walking on a lonely street and I am going home at night, dark at night, it's hard for a man to be looking back 1 million times. But as a lady, I'll probably grab my bag. I'll be looking at my left and my right. I just want to get to my house. So I remember a day my friend came to visit me from Lagos. So there was terrible traffic. She left very early, but there was terrible traffic, and she came in at about 12 a.m. in the middle of it. When she called me, sorry, Lubaki, you can't be calling me at this time to come out. I cannot come out. But what I can do is, I know that these guards at night, let me see if one of them will be willing to. If not, I don't know what I would do. I can't come out to the junction. So I went out, and then the man was already splashing his torchlight. So I explained to him that I want to go to the junction. He said, what am I looking for at this time of the day? I tried to explain to the man that there was traffic and blah, blah. So he followed me to the junction, and we came in. When you see men go and hang out, they are coming back drunk, strolling the street. They are not scared of anything. So there is a silent fear for women of... A woman is going to jog in the morning, going for exercise in the morning. She's looking at her shoulders very early in the morning. The fear of being molested. I saw a video online of a woman. She was going to jog, and then it was an actress. She was going to jog, and then she figured that these guys were following her. She had to go into another person's compound. So, but if it's a guy, the highest they will take from you is your phone. Yes, the highest they will take from you is your phone. Or they will beat the person up. But a woman, they will not just collect your phone and beat the person up. There is this untold, hey, they may rape me. So that's where all of this is coming from. I don't think that so many men are going in the middle of the night and they are looking at their shoulder. They are walking, who goes there and all of those. But the lady will not say, who goes what? What are you looking for at that time of the night?
You know, you said something about calling out and showing that you hold people accountable. But my question is it cheap? Is it expensive? Because these are things that actually keep people to withdraw and say, well, let me just let it go. I don't have that. All right, we sincerely apologize for that breaking transmission. It's still the mid-morning show. And of course, our topic today is when accusations go public. And of course, I guess Miss Mercy Abudu is in the house with us. And she was about going into a very interesting detail. Of course, I asked, we have to call people out to hold them accountable. But the question is it cheap? Is it expensive?
Okay, so litigation is not cheap. I must say that. But at the same time, there's always a way around it. For example, the work FIDA does is strictly pro bono, meaning free of charge. Nobody can come and say that, oh, FIDA represented me and they collected money from me. Okay. Please come out, I want to see your face. You know, so what we do, interestingly, as the vice chairperson, my department looks into issues of litigation. Okay. So before coming here this morning, I was in court to represent some of our FIDA clients, and all of this we do free of charge without taking a dime. But for other lawyers, and of course, I also have a private practice apart from what we do for FIDA. And one of what you can negotiate is contingency fee. So for example, you do not have the money, but you are very certain. Don't go there if you are not certain that you did not do it. Don't negotiate any contingency fee. Just come with your money. But if you are sure, that's another clause.
If you are not sure.
Yes,
but if you are sure that, oh, I am innocent, and you know I have proofs to this thing, I do not even know this person, and you want to go all out, especially God help you, the person has even apologized, you know, that helps you to back up the claim that the person lied, and you want to come out to fight. You can negotiate contingency fee. Yeah. For example, the damages that will be awarded, you can negotiate a contingency fee with your lawyer, whatever your lawyer finds convenient. Okay. For example, the 20 million naira that was awarded in that Dunia Days case, I don't know whatever person. You can, for example, let's assume that's the amount, 20 million naira. So a certain amount. No, I'm not saying that in that instance a certain amount went to the lawyer. I don't know.
But you know, in this instance,
for